Hey guys, it's Brohammed here again with a couple more of our 3-star attacks from the recent clan war with Romania. So I'm just going to take you through this base and why I selected it for a lavaloon attack. It was a pretty decent base, you know, high level defences, good walls, although that's not really going to have any bearing on this attack, but with a couple of glaring errors, I suppose, in the way it was set up, which I'll show you in a second by clicking on them. But the first you're going to see is he's got a building in the corner. You can see it on the right there, which is going to be brilliant for luring the clan castle. Makes it really easy, means I can just bring one barbarian who's going to hit on that while all the troops walk over to him. The other is the clan castle's offset, and it's going to be pretty easy to lure with a balloon or a hog or something just off to the left there. And we've also got, in terms of lavaloon, a queen who's fairly accessible with just one jump spell or a few wall breakers, and she's backed up by 2 air defences, so I mean the chances are I'm going to be able to get the queen and at least 1 air defence. And there I'm just showing you the queen, and also you saw there the range of the clan castle. So let's jump into the attack and see how it went down. I decided to lure with some balloons. I just figured there was quite a lot of ground DPS there, so 2 balloons would definitely do it, but it might have cost me 3 hogs. And there you go. Now I'm going to take advantage of that builder's hut in the corner. 1 barbarian. Obviously don't drop 2, you don't want to kill a hut too quickly because you want those troops to come over. And then at that point I've dropped my clan castle, and you can see I've got the witch, wizard, well 2 witches, wizard, the barbarian, and those skeletons are just going to stop any chance of the enemy clan castle getting damage on my troops while I wait to drop in the heroes. Going to drop them over on the side there with a couple of wizards just to break the ring of rubbish buildings again. Don't want my heroes going walkabout. And then I'm going to drop in the jump spell. I kind of didn't drop it in the optimal place, or you might think, but I didn't want my heroes having too many options. Maybe playing it a bit safe, but I knew I wanted them to go to the right there for definite, which is what they did, and take out an air defense. And straight away there I'm going to drop in my balloons, drop in my lava hound. I explained in the last video, but I kind of want my lava hounds to pop, so I don't mind if they take a little bit of damage from an air defense when perhaps the queen could have gone on and taken out the second air defense as well. You'll see here I also dropped my lava hound from a kind of strange angle. I didn't drop it in with the last group of balloons. I was hoping it would pick up some hits from the wizard tower and from the Tesla if it was still up, which I think it did. It picked up at least 1 hit, so it was probably worth doing. Fairly close attack, and I was a little bit worried again that the balloons had bunched and that they were on an expo and that they were next to a wizard's tower, but once you've taken out the air defences with the queen, you're going to have so many balloons left at the end that things like that shouldn't cause you a massive issue. And as you can see, we've got plenty of lava pups because we got all those hounds popped, and they're going to go around and do the cleanup. So yeah, despite the high level defences and the pretty good walls, a fairly easy win in the end because we can just fly over the top of them and get the win. And there you can see we've even got some witches left alive at the end who would have helped with the cleanup if we'd needed it. But another 3-star attack, very similar to my previous one, but another good example of how you can use those heroes if they're high enough level to get in and kill the enemy queen and one of the air defences. Okay, next up we've got another hog-based raid from DQ. Or at least I hope that's how you say your name, because that's how I've been saying it. I'm going to pause it here for a second and just take you through how this attack went down. So I believe at this stage this was a base we'd already attacked and not had much success on, but what DQ's going to do is he's going to use that golem, his heroes and the witches and a couple of other troops to clear out the bottom, the teaser part of the base. He's going to take out the heroes, which obviously can be a big issue for hogs, and also hopefully kill the clan castle. You can see he's brought 4 heals, so from that stage on it's all down to the hogs with plenty of heals to get round the back. Tons of walls at the back, but what does that matter when you're using hogs? So a really good combination to use on this base. And you can see from the setup of the walls, the giant bombs clearly aren't up the top, so that's probably going to be a good option as a place to deploy. Another thing to note is he's going to start the hogs off on the single target DPS, which are probably the most dangerous for hogs. Splash isn't going to do him much harm because he's got those heals, so he wants to take out the north side single target DPS. First thing he's going to do there is set off the 2 known giant bombs. We've attacked this base before, so why not use the knowledge we've already got. great job there, and in the process lure the whole clan castle, which you can now easily bring down to the bottom using the spare crap buildings, as I like to call them, to save him having to use lots of barbs, moving the troops around, dropping in the wizards, dropping in the witch, so he's not in any real danger from the enemy clan castle. A little bit early with the king. I think I mentioned this in my previous video. I tried to leave the king a bit later because he is susceptible to damage from the defensive clan castle, and as you can see there, he lost a lot of his health early on. It doesn't really affect this raid, but kind of a shame to waste him like that. Now you can see he's releasing his hogs across the side there, spreading them out a bit. He knows there's a giant bomb there on the south side there, so he's dropped another heal in nice and quick, so he doesn't suffer any ill effects from that. And obviously, with quite a few of the defences down, he's straight in the middle, going through the base like a hot knife through butter. Really, there. You can kind of see at this point there's no chance this base is going to survive, and he's even got some hogs in his back pocket to come in from the other side. Heal over that other giant bomb as well, so as not to take too much damage, and you can see there tons of hogs left. So I mean, yeah, we'd failed on this base, but obviously DQ had learnt a lot from those fails because he put together a really nice attack here. Absolutely no chance of it going wrong at this point. And there we are, taking out the town hall and just speeding up here because it is just clean up. But yeah, a really great 3-star there, showing us how it's done. Okay, last up for this video, we've got another attack from Olaf. As I said earlier, possibly in my previous video, Olaf had a pretty good war, 6 stars and 2 successful lavaloon based attacks. I've paused it for a minute here just to take a look at this base. For me personally, I don't think this is an ideal base for lavaloon. I'm not going to say what I think would be perfect. I maybe would have tried something like a go wipe or a go wee wee with a few balloons to take out the outer defences, but Olaf's decided to go with the lavaloon. It's kind of an example of a base where you wouldn't use it because, as you can see, the air defences are all covering each other, which means your hounds are going to be taken out really quickly. You'll also find your hounds are going to shoot into the middle and leave your loons behind. And I mean, great job Olaf, a really good 3-star, but slightly risky base, and I think if the defences had been a bit higher level, you might have suffered a little bit more, and perhaps not got the 3-star. And I think that kind of showed in the way that you actually did a better job. You had more troops left probably at the end of your other attack, which was definitely on a more difficult base with higher level defences on it. So as you can see, this is kind of more of a sort of swarm attack, if anything. All the balloons going in, all the lava hounds, all the rages, and he's just going to overpower those defences. He's going to use a zap again to take out the clan castle, and I think he took out the queen there with falling balloons and a combination of the zap. But you can see at this point he's down to his last rage, which he's going to drop there. Not so much for the damage, but I think just to get the balloons moving, because he didn't actually drop it on any defences. Still got lots of lava hounds left, kind of a symptom of the fact that the base's defences were pretty weak. But all his balloons are dead at this point, so he's pretty reliant on the minions and the heroes for the cleanup. But having not gone after an exposed air defense, which again this base didn't have, making it not really a great candidate for lavaloon. But yeah, having not gone after that air defense, he's got the heroes left to do the cleanup. So sorry Olaf, because you had a great war, but it's probably just an example of maybe a time not to use lavaloon. There was other safer strategies, but yeah, you got the 3-star. You know, you played the base, and the base was fairly weak, so it was in the end it was a good raid. Great job. Thanks for watching, guys.